there, I think you ask a very pertinent question there. That if any one of us here was responsible for making a decision, how better would we have dealt with a situation like that? I want to restate what George has already stated, that the lockdown is a necessary evil, and if it's being done correctly, and I think the public is not opposed to the lockdown as long as the lockdown is being done in a manner that is objective, responsible, and reasonable, and takes into account, people's needs, on the ground. So I think what all of us need to do is to avoid, escalating the situation, and we need to provide hope to the people, because I think it's very important that when you are in a sort of a crisis, you have to have people who can be able to motivate you and keep you motivated, so that you don't fall into the trap of becoming demotivated, if I should put it that way. Because at the moment there is a lot of anxiety, and this anxiety is being driven forward by lots of unnecessary communication on the subject, some of which is credible, some which is not credible, lots of uncoordinated information coming from everywhere. Of course, it's very difficult at the moment to control, what information is going to be spread where, what sort of information is not going to be spread where. But I think what I would have liked to do in this situation is for the president to let people who are responsible, people who have got the technical know-how, the experts, to be able to take charge of the situation. When you have a situation like that, you leave it in the capable hands of doctors. In other places where this sort of thing has happened, there are panels that advise government on how best to deal with these sorts of situations. Panels that include people who are very experienced in fighting disease, people who are very experienced in dealing with public health challenges and things of that kind. But I think what we're having is that all these people have not been given the power to be able to take center stage and be able to provide leadership where leadership is needed. Instead, what we have is we have the president, and fair enough, it may be his address is supposed to provide, the assurance that the government is doing something. But I think for me, what I would love to do is to let people who are professionals in their fields to be able to take center stage and be able to provide the guidance, and then on the part of the government for it to show commitment and put money where money is needed, so that the health sector can properly be supported to come to the rescue of the people. I think it's very difficult when you've got a sick relative, or when you've got anybody, whether a relative or a friend or a member of your community, and you're having really to fundraise money for them, to be able to find affordable treatment, to be able to manage their hospital bills. Those sorts of things, they are actually very disheartening. So I think for me, that would be my response to that. Government showing, yeah, government showing effective leadership in these sorts of situations, and enabling people who are responsible and experienced to be able to take tactical decisions that can be able to help our people get out of the bad situation.